Oh, is it recording? Is it not recording? It's recording. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Quest for Glory 4 with me, your host, Tim. What day is it today, so you guys know what day is happening, and I'm recording this. Today is October 21st, 2017, and we have a busy day ahead of us today. So today, we're going to go back into the monastery. We picked up our garlic, and we're going to be able to get past the hexapod, apparently. And rather than feed it ourselves, we're going to feed it garlic. I also intend to go outside tonight. We also heard Igor talking about a pretty young lady outside. And that strikes me as being probably Katrina. Though it's interesting that she's outside. She must work at the castle, I suppose. Or as a member of the Borgov family or something like that. So, she isn't around during the daytime, or at least we haven't seen her around town. So, I guess it would be good to say hello to her. Speaking of saying hello, good morning, Yuri.
You get a smile in response.
Okay, let's go ahead and get our breakfast. That's right, and Dr. Cranium's busy with Frankie. Getting busy indeed.
You eat your plain but nourishing breakfast. It has more than a bit of garlic added for spice.
That's absolutely fine. I picked up some garlic-laced beef jerky. It's absolutely wonderful. Talk about ourselves.
Tell about some of the things you have done in Mordavia.
Perhaps we do need a hero around here.
Hey, that's wonderful. Take care, Yuri. Have a good night.
You get a farewell wave in response.
I might not be back tonight, but don't wait up for me. I'm sure I'll see you all later. We'll talk to them more the next time we're back in town. We'll also want to talk to the Domovoi again at some point too, but it'll probably be a few days till we do that.
Good day again.
Hey, good day, Dimitri. Good morning. I really like it when all the townsfolk begin to come around to you, you know? It's nice to talk to them and see their personalities change.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well, Dimitri. Mind if I stop in and ask you some questions in your office? It's been a few days since we last stopped in. What is it this time?
What now?
Good morning again, Dimitri.
What do you want to know today?
I just want to see if you have anything different in your conversation tree, as weird as that is to talk about. How are you holding up?
I'm getting some much-needed relaxation now. I don't have to worry about that annoying stranger getting into trouble. You've proven quite capable of taking care of yourself.
Ah, thanks, Dimitri. Glad to know the town has a good sheriff watching over it as well. Speaking of the town, how are things going in the town so far? Pretty quiet lately, I take it then, ever since at least Igor's been back?
Things are settling back to normal now. Hopefully nothing else exciting will happen for a while.
Anything else I should see while I'm adventuring the lands?
Well, let's see. What haven't I told you about before? There's the gypsy camp to the far east, and the old hangman tree to the southeast. The gnome said something about Baba Yaga being there, but I don't know about that.
Shame we can't ask about each thing individually. Well, can we offer him anything? You want a sandwich? Want a sandwich?
That didn't do anything useful.
No, okay. I think offering money is like a bribe, so you don't want to do that. Take care, Dimitri. Have a good day.
Farewell.
Farewell to you as well, sir. Okay, well, really quick, everyone. This is probably going to go up midweek this week. And work is proving to be extraordinarily busy up until probably the first or second week of November. So, don't be surprised if the amount of uploads begins to dwindle dramatically. I'm trying to get a backlog established, but it's not looking too promising at the moment. I apologize if I'm unable to finish this game before October 3rd. Actually, there's no way I'm going to finish it before October 31st. But darn it, I really wanted to finish it this month. Probably at the end of November, or even mid-December, we'll be done with this Quest for Glory. Hello, Igor. How are you?
Always, Igor. Happy to know you not customer. Yet.
Thank you. Take care, Igor.
Rest in peace.
You too, sir. You too. Alright, we're here for the monastery today. Let's show the symbol.
The hectopus seems somehow calmer as you present the Dark One sign to it. You get the feeling that there's something it wants you to do with the sign.
Let's place it into the door. Yeah, Igor will warn us away.
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away. You'll be very sorry.
I'll be fine, Igor. Don't worry. I have to inspect this place a little more.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly.
Okay, we've looked all around this place and haven't seen anything, but we're gonna go down, well, you'll see.
You cast the reversal spell.
Galvin doesn't know what's gonna happen in the places we're about to walk into, so...
You cast the aura spell.
Get all our shields up, armor up.
You cast the protection spell.
Hello.
No one sees.
Let's tidy ourselves up.
You straighten out your jacket and retie your boots. Appearances count.
Let's feed the hectopus, some hectopod, a garlic clove.
Hector the hexapod happily gorges itself on the garlic. Hector looks much less hungry and perhaps a little less dangerous now.
Thank you. Let's take a look at this fireplace he's sitting on top of now.
The fireplace looks as though it hasn't been used in years. There are no logs on the log holders, nor is there any sign of ashes or other debris.
Let's look at the, what is this? Log holders or something?
There are some small scratches on the stone underneath this brass log holder.
Curious.
There is a cold feeling down here that chills your bones and sets the hairs on the nape of your neck on end. There is a musty odor of mold and mildew mingling with the sickeningly sweet smell of decaying flesh. Welcome to your nightmare.
Ugh, that smell is absolutely horrible. Not that I've smelled it, of course, in real life, often.
No one seems to be listening.
I don't know why I'm talking. Let's save the game, everyone. I'm going to show you an instant death that's down here as well. While we're down here, I'm showing off instant deaths. So first things first, let's cast Detect Magic.
This place practically vibrates with dark magic. You get a momentary vision of nameless rites and unspeakable rituals before the spell cuts off. Any individual magical impressions are lost among the overall dark magical aura.
So we can't tell what's magical in here thanks to it being infused everywhere.
You've seen some pretty ridiculous things in your time, and that's certainly one of them.
That's a very interesting creature indeed. Can we search it? Actually, look at the barrel too.
The huge barrel is labeled Cask of Amontillado. This must be the fabled spirit that provided most of the income and fame of the monastic order here. It is rumored to provide strange and mystical visions to those who taste freely of its contents.
Oh, interesting. So I guess the religious sect, or what have you here, they must have made money by selling this stuff to anyone who was willing to drink it for whatever visions it grants them.
It's a really silly-looking statue and clearly of no value. It's also much too heavy to carry around with you.
Let's take a look inside this alcove.
The dark confines of the recessed alcove hint at unimaginable horrors.
Probably don't want to reach in there.
These bizarre creatures are only stone carvings, you hope. A number of barrels stacked and strewn about show that this room was used for storage, as well as unspeakable acts. It definitely looks like a torture sconce.
It probably is then.
The roll-top desk is spotted with dark and ominous stains. Your aura has evaporated.
That's no good. Let's keep that.
You cast the aura spell. It's a small barrel, perhaps once used for brandy.
Oh, we should search that.
The barrel is now empty.
And the bottle?
You mustn't bottle things up. Let your feelings free. Anyway, you don't need the bottle.
I don't think I've ever heard that before. How about that? That's pretty funny. How about this desk? That's interesting. Gives you a better position, I take it?
Your reversal spell is wearing thin.
Ooh, hello.
A swirling cloud of undoubtedly poisonous gas surrounds the desk for a few seconds after your spell opens it. Then the cloud subsides. You cast the reversal spell. Your protection spell has worn off.
Oof, all my spells are
You cast the protection spell.
fading while we're down here. Well, let's take a look and see what we opened.
You rifle through the Mad Monk's desk and find the diary of Amontillado. Boy, was this guy wacko. Reading this makes your head hurt. However, it does give you some information about the Dark One rituals. It said something about the first ritual being placed within the Mad Monk's tombstone, there to be forever guarded by followers. The second ritual shall be placed in the Stone of Squids, and revealed only by the light of a dead child's soul. The next ritual shall be placed in the hollow of the hangman's tree, and guarded by the spirit of the dead which remains there. The blood ritual shall be concealed magically within the monastery, and only he who willingly seeks dark visions shall find it. The mouth ritual shall be placed in the great arch itself, under the Dark One's sign. And the heart ritual shall be given to someone named Gregor for safekeeping. Now there's another note on this page in another's handwriting. Gregor is missing in the forest and probably dead. Yet where is the heart ritual?
Is there anything else inside the desk?
You rifle through the... It says the next...
No, okay.
Now the...
Oh, crap. Too many clicks. Okay. It's useful... Okay, so if you don't write all that down, you'll have no way to know where it is that you need to go, other than an event which will occur much later in the game. However, I remember where all these rituals are actually located, so I do not need to come back here. We will not do a certain thing at the moment, though. I shouldn't even be talking about some of the hint. Let's do this again. Let's just ignore this at the moment. Alright, so we figured out information about these rituals, one of which mentions drinking freely of this wine. So let's see what happens when we do so.
You tap the huge cask of Amontillado. This is the strongest stuff you've ever tasted, assuming that you're not an aficionado of dragon's breath. Bottoms up. Man, have you got a headache? Fortunately, the Dark One rising seems to have been just a vision, not the reality. Yet. A scroll has formed from the cask's wine droplets.
Oh, wow.
You pick up the rolled paper on the floor. It has a symbol of a drop of blood at the top and the inscription, Ritual of Blood. You can't read any of the other writing on it.
Blood ritual. This scroll contains a single bright drop of blood at the top. The rest is written in characters that seem to shimmer and shift so that you can't focus on them. Yup. Alright everyone, well we got the first of the rituals that we're apparently going to need. One of 6? 5. One of 5.
Your aura has evaporated. You cast the aura spell.
Okay. So to my knowledge, that's all you can do down here safely. Let's take a look at this book.
There is a huge book on the altar. The binding looks like stretched human skin, with letters and markings written in dried blood. The letters spell out necrophilicon. What could that mean? Oh, that's it. Something like the Silmarillion for of the love of death. Ugh. There's something very, very wrong and dangerous about this book.
At your single hint.
Above the altar is the sign of the Dark One, surrounded by arcane letters. A notch next to the A makes you think that perhaps that is some sort of starting point for the letters.
Avuzal. This spells out the word Avuzal. Let's go ahead and let's look at the book a little more, shall we?
The huge book on the altar looks fascinating. You could almost swear you saw it move. The title says Necrophilicon. Haven't you heard about this book somewhere?
Maybe you should have judged the book by the cover. Anyway, the judgment seems to have gone against you. In fact, they threw the book at you. Guess it's time to turn over a new, new leaf? Well, books do have leaves. I guess I could use that. Alright, let's just restore the game. So, yeah, don't click on the book. I don't even know, can we fetch the book, I wonder, to us? Let's try.
The book seems to be resisting your spell. You sense it calling to you to come closer and open it.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Can we open it from here?
Watch where you aim that thing.
No, we can't. Alright, let's take a look at this again.
Above the altar.
And the book.
There is a huge...
And we're going to leave it there. I think perhaps in the game manual, it hints that the book was extraordinarily dangerous. Okay, let's get out of here. Holy crap. So, we've explored everything with the monastery. I will come back here to do one more thing later on in the game. Probably in a day or two from now.
You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the Hectopus can react.
Whew! Okay, not bad.
Your reversal spell is wearing thin.
We're also now aware of a series of rituals.
Your protection spell has worn off.
That might be in our best interest to acquire. What time is it? Mid-morning.
Your reversal spell has worn off.
Okay, so next on the agenda is to visit Arana's garden. We'll also pick some new flowers because I'm intending to see Katrina tonight. We're also going to spend the evening outside. We might go back and sleep in our room via levitate. However, I might also decide to spend the night at Arana's garden. We'll play it by ear depending upon how beat up I am and where we're located or if I'm running away from various creatures. And then, what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, we'll probably talk to Olga, tell him what Boris said about him. We still won't visit Dr. Cranium unless I'm completely out of cure poison pills. We'll give him 2 days till we talk to him again. And I guess, is that really it, Tim? There's not much else to do other than be out at night for a little bit. How's our character looking? How's our hero looking? Intelligence is max, communicates at 304, good for us. Not quite halfway done with the game. Looking pretty good otherwise. Yeah, it's going to be really tough to improve my stats unless I go crazy off-screen trying to improve this stuff. I might decide to do that. We'll see. Again, it will take me several weeks in game to raise all my magic spells up to the rank that we'll want before the end of the game happens. Alright, so what else is there to talk about? So, it occurs to me that we don't really see much in the way of passive creatures in this game, do we? Back then, I guess it would have taken, what, like a lot of effort to produce, like, squirrels and have them running around. Like, we have the hunting hawk, which flies around looking for something. That's more than we probably would have had that's probably more than we had for most of the games back then. Like, no crawling snakes or stuff like that. Unlike games like Grim Dawn or Diablo. Even League of Legends, I think, and stuff like that have little passive creatures flying around, birds in the air and stuff like that. Back then, though, whew, that took a lot of effort to do. Holy crap. Makes me wonder if well, hold on. Let's get our fruit. It's one of the reasons why I have a hard time. Oh, yeah, sure. I have a.
Your magical lasso floats towards the tree and plucks a single ripe fruit from its branches.
Part of me always feels guilty when I don't like a game, because I'm aware of all the work that goes into making a game. As a computer programmer, just things in general can get very tough depending upon how good you are, or not good you are. And, well, man, all that work and effort they put into games, and it's sometimes you just don't like it in the end. That's such a shame. I certainly hope I like the 5th quest for glory when we finally get to that one. I think I mentioned before, it hasn't aged very well. At all. You'll see when we get to it. I intend to start that one up around February or so. At least that's the current plan. Midday, we have plenty of mana. Let's think here. We don't need to go see Baba Yaga. We can't actually see her yet anyway. We don't need to see the gypsies again. Not so soon. Maybe tomorrow we'll go visit the gypsies and see if we can get another fortune told. We've been everywhere here. Every single place. Let's pick some new flowers for Katrina. We'll get her some from the Irana's garden. I would imagine not many people walk out here. Sexy saxophone sounds, kind of. I think that's what it's supposed to be, maybe. Synthesizer.
You pick a few of the beautiful flowers.
Oh, these ones are beautiful. The other ones are just flowers. Okay, how about that? First impressions count, or second impressions, I suppose, in this case. Alright, so we got to think of stuff to talk about, so... Alright, so let's talk about Quest for Glory 4. So this one was my favorite one of the series. Not because of combat, because of the overall setting. Halloween and fall are my favorite times of the year. I love Halloween, my favorite holiday. Fall is my favorite season. And I loved hiking in the woods, just like our hero here. Although, I wasn't as tall as him, not wearing such awesome clothes. Nowadays, though, I have a pair of boots just like this, a pair of jeans just like he's wearing. I just don't have the vest. Be kind of interesting to walk around like that. I don't have a belt like him either, though I could easily get one. Yeah, but I absolutely loved the setting. It was the first time I had read any dark sort of story as well. I guess, like, at the time, what was other games that had been out? Alone in the Dark was another game that I really enjoyed because of the setting, how creepy the writing was to it. Whatever it is.
You cast the protection spell.
We'll be protected from it. A bunny! Alright, so this gives us an excuse to practice our spells for a few seconds, but we're gonna slaughter it when it gets close. Yep, just over and over. Hello, bunny. Darn you! Wait till my block is down and then it hits me. I should cast a second zap. We would have killed it in just 2 hits.
Your weapon is now magically charged.
And how's our spells looking? Where are they? 384, 380, 370. Wonderful. We already know there's nothing on the bunny rabbit. Back then, in 1994, when this game had first come out, computers were not as fast as they are now. Nowhere near as fast. I think my family had a i686 at the time. And it would take a long... Combat took significantly longer. Where right now we cast a spell pretty much instantly. Like, we just hold down the button, and in 1 second, we can launch a fully charged magic spell. Back then, in the day, that was not the case. You would hold down the spell, and it would take until, like, the creature was halfway across the screen before it was fully charged. It made fighting Necrotars, which we haven't done yet, but we will eventually. It made fighting them particularly dangerous as well. You had to rely on a bunch of little spells to interrupt their charge, which we'll see when we eventually fight one. Yeah, so I mean, I still get lost in the woods these days. I went out to some more parks down near me this weekend, and I tend to go out again tomorrow to go hiking in the woods. The only problem with hiking in the woods in the fall months is that those are also hunting months. I have nothing against hunters. I think it's awesome. But it makes it difficult for me to go hiking if the parks are closed. So generally midweek, I have to call up and see what the hunting schedule is for the various parks I want to go to. There are some parks around here that are not closed, like there's no hunting allowed in them. But those ones tend to be far north and toward the shore. Most of them I've been to already. And or they're very popular parks, and I like getting lost in the woods, as it were. Alright, so what else is there about the game? So, this game does have some...
Your protection spell has worn off.
Does have, I think, my favorite creatures to fight in it, although, again, I'm not a fan of the fighting overly much, but the creatures are pretty cool. Wraiths and the Chernovi wizards are my favorite creatures to battle in the game. What time is it? Still only midday. They were very difficult way back when, and they'll be difficult now, too. Probably are going to be tougher. Necrotar! Our first Necrotar!
You cast the protection spell. It gives you a warm, safe feeling.
I'm going to need to lower the music just a tad. Alright, do we want to soften it up? We'll soften it up briefly, but I want to show you the fight, so let's cast only a handful of flame darts at it. Wow, I couldn't even think. I forgot about the combo it does. Charges you, hits you with its horns, which are right next to you, and then rakes you with its claws. And that actually took quite a bit of damage off of us. But Galvin has so many hit points that it would do a lot better than that.
The nasty Necrotor has fallen to your onslaught. Unfortunately, this is a far from endangered species. Your weapon is now magically charged.
We lost about a fourth of our hit points, it looks like. What are we down to? We lost about 50. About a fifth.
Searching for the fallen beast, you find nothing of value. Unless you were planning to start a flea circus.
Oh, they're probably diseased fleas, too. Holy crap. Oh, man. Oh, terrible. We may actually end up drinking a healing potion if we're just wandering around fighting these things. And I think charged really flipping quick. I wasn't prepared for that. I thought I would have a few seconds to cast a spell. The way you're supposed to do it is you can slice it just as it reaches your melee range with its charge, which also keeps it away from you. Kind of, well, it doesn't do as much damage, but something similar to, like, what was it? Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Or Punch-Out now is what it's called, I think. Punch-Out Mr. Dream, when they removed Mike Tyson from the game or something like that all those years ago now. But when Bald Bull charges you, you're supposed to punch him in the stomach. Something similar for the Necrotar there. We like the music for the Necrotar battle, too. How are we looking? Alright, we're still hurt. What time is it? We're not going to be practicing our aura spell. Not so much today. We just want to venture around outside for a brief stint and see what it's like out here and do a little bit of exploring. There will be several wraiths around out here at night. So, alright, I guess we should explain how some things work. So, the wraiths we're going to be fighting out here are barrow wraiths. They will be guarding... so, at night, these become very... well, not very, but these will be a little different. There'll be creatures and plants out here, which...
Your protection spell has worn off.
Which are not here during the daylight hours, making it more creepy. There'll be some creepy music playing. And there'll be these barrow stones in the center of an area, kind of like where I am right now. They're in fixed areas in the forest, so if you know where they are, you will always know where they are. And they are guarded by a wraith. The wraith is basically guarding the treasure that it refuses to part with. And it had it in real life or something like that, died out in the woods. Now it's guarding its treasure and death. They are very difficult, and they drain your life from you when you're in the same area. We will want to clear them out. I believe in all of the games, no matter which hero you're playing, you have to kill at least one particular wraith in order to get the heart ritual that we read about, which is missing in the forest. I believe it's always guarded by a barrow wraith. So we're going to want to find and kill it. We could just rest an hour or two, I suppose, but we'll just keep walking around the woods. How are we looking? It's about mid-afternoon or so now. I love the sound of the stream. It's so wonderful. Is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. Let's keep walking. I think this is one of the spots that has a wraith right here. I think there's 5 wraiths out in the woods. 1 in the castle and 1 in the crypt.
You cast the protection spell.
Let's see what you are. What are you? Must be a bunny. It's taking a while. Yeah, it has to be a bunny. Here it is. Hello, bunny. Cast our bunch of spells at it. Just improving them. No reason why we can't do it. It's free. Nice, bunny. Gotcha! Aha!
Your weapon is now magically charged.
Nice. What's our zap spell at? 293? Holy crap! Basically 400 there. That's wonderful. I believe there's 1 more attack spell. 2 or 3 more miscellaneous spells that we can learn in this game. Oh, maybe even 4 miscellaneous spells. Yeah, this... Other than the first game, this one had the most spells in it that I can recall that you're able to acquire as you play through it. What time is it? I don't want to accidentally walk into the Lishi, so we're not going to go out to the east. Until now, we actually get an audience with Baba Yaga. He won't have anything new to tell us. You know, I guess we can just... Let's rest an hour.
After some rest, you feel better.
Wait for our hunting hawk friend to leave. What time is it? Sunset, just about. Goodbye, Mr. Hawk. I see you. Yes. Yes, I see you. Go ahead and make your sound. No? Not gonna do it today? Ooh, this place is really mountainous, actually. Look at it. Lots of hills around here. It must be exhausting work to walk around.
After some rest, you feel better.
And what time is it? Okay. We'll wait till night, and then we'll visit the town again, just outside the gates, and see if who we believe to be Katrina.
Your protection spell has worn off.
We'll be outside. Actually, wouldn't mind fighting another necro. Actually, wyverns are probably the best thing for us to fight because we can improve our dodge by jumping up and down. And I'll do all that off screen. Just work on the stats. How's our supplies and everything? How many empty bottles do we have? Just 1. 2 flasks of goo. You rub some of the oil into your armor. There's nothing like keeping your equipment in top shape. Rub a bit of oil onto your weapon to keep it rust-free. Might as well do that. Actually, is that right? Do you do that for weapons? I thought oils generally warped the blade. I don't actually know. We could visit the castle gates at night as well. Oh, another fight.
You cast the protection spell.
What is it? Must be a bunny. It's taking too long. Ooh, from behind. Interesting. Oh, bunny, we'll go ahead and just do this over and over and over again. All right, coming for you. That's how it's done. Make him walk into the blade. Nice. Good work, Galvin.
Your weapon is now magically charged.
That was a piece of cake. Weapon use at 257. It's not gonna take so much work to level it. Had I known it was gonna take so much work to level these, I would have put a lot more points into these when we joined into the game. Probably like 30 points each. Because our base stats, those can be improved naturally. Oh, okay, sunset. It is sunset. You can see it slowly getting dimmer. Let's save the game. Let's save in-game save. I remember how terrified I was in this game going out at night because of how difficult the creatures were. Again, very different experience now with computers being as fast as they are. So I don't also know if I mentioned it, but I know Lori and Corianne Cole are making another Quest for Glory game. It's been in the making for several years now. I backed it on Kickstarter ages ago. Originally, it wasn't gonna be quite like this. It was gonna be some sort of turn-based, like a hex or square tile strategy type of game looking thing. It didn't look like one of these, but I backed it just because, like, Lori, Corianne Cole. I wanted to throw a few dollars their way and see if they could make their dream come true. But then I think they re-envisioned the game, had a second Kickstarter to get more money to help fund it, and I believe it's in alpha at the moment. Slowly getting ready to be released. I believe I'm in the early alpha, or I'll get an invitation to it once it's finally ready. But I don't know if I'll actually play it, because I kind of want to be surprised by the game. All right, we're going to keep walking around until the music starts. Ooh, look at the very creepy tree.
Your protection spell has worn off.
I mean, it's been there, but it's even more creepy when it's night outside. We could get some water. Do we want to pick up some water while we're here? Do I need water? I can't think of any reason. I don't think you need water in this game. At least not as a mage. Alright. It's probably night. It looks like it's night. Nope, not quite night. My, you're looking heroic today. You are currently carrying 2,646 quarks. The most you can carry without strain is a load of 12,300 quarks. It's because we started as a fighter. We're able to increase our strength and everything. I think... Oh, crap! That doesn't matter what I think
You
now.
cast the protection spell.
It's night. What are we fighting? Oh, God, a Chernobyl wizard! See it? It's a tentacle-y creature. It's floating around. Let's, can we cast Dazzle? Let's get a good look at it.
It is one of the dreaded Chernobyl wizards, masters of dark magic. They are rumored to live long beyond their normal span. This one certainly looks as though it has.
We'll cast maybe some Force Bolts at it as well. Look at that cloak. That is awesome looking. Ah! Oh, we need to block. Oh, that's right, he can get you in the head. He can counter your spells with his own spells. Oh, wow. We're just gonna slug it out with him, I see. Oh, I'm gonna die at this rate. I'd argue this is just simply undoable with the speed of the computers the way it is at the moment. So tough. Oh, reversal spell. Should have cast reversal. I think that would have lowered the damage we take from it for a bit.
Score! You find a few gold crowns and a number of copper kopecks.
Nice.
You've finally managed to de-spell and defeat the Chernobyl wizard.
I don't know a way in which I can make that combat slower unless I completely lowered the speed down to nothing. It's by the time it casts the spell, it's already going to hit me, so I have to kind of preemptively guess where that spell's going to go. It can throw spells at medium rank, which will hit your spells, height, or it can jump and shoot, in which case it hits you in the face, and it goes past your parry if you were parrying. Okay, well, we want to look our best when we see Katrina.
You straighten out your jacket and retie your boots. Appearances count.
Assuming that she's going to be here. Let's also use one of our healing potions.
Nothing happened. Nothing.
Wait, what? Did we drink them? We have 6. Let's go over it this way. Probably can up the music a tad. Alright, healing potion.
That feels good. Just what you needed to relieve some of the aches and pains of everyday adventuring.
Alright, let's go see if she's here. There she is, off to the left.
It is good to see you again. I hope you are enjoying your visit to Mordavia. You need to take better care of yourself, you know? It is very dangerous out at night. Come to me. I have something to show you.
I guess you're unable to resist her.
I warned you it is dangerous here at night and you do not listen. I intend to teach you a lesson.
A strange feeling sweeps your body. You realize that you now know the frostbite spell.
Perhaps that will help keep you alive when I am not with you.
Oh, I like the saying when I'm not around better.
She is the attractive peasant woman you met shortly after escaping from the Cave of the Dark Ones.
Well, hello, miss. How are you?
I bid you welcome to Mordavia. I hope you are enjoying your stay here. There. Now you have had an official welcome from your own official welcome woman.
Aw, I love her accent. Let's tell her about ourselves. This way she gets to know at least that we are here and what we're capable of doing and so on.
You tell her your name and a little about your adventures.
How fascinating. I have never met a true hero before. You must tell me more sometime.
Well, we already know her name. Her name is Katrina. So Katrina, you know magic. That's incredible. You must be an enchantress or a wizard yourself? How do you know magic? What else do you know?
Magic is very useful for survival in Mordavia. Use it wisely and carefully.
You surviving in Mordavia. Do you have any tips to doing so? I've so far been able to defeat everything that I come across thanks to my own magical power.
I told you before how dangerous it is here. I could never dare wander here without magic to help me. But I did want to see if I could see you again. I've never met anyone like you before.
Ooh, she sounds quite... Sounds like she likes Galvin very much. Here, Katrina, I picked some flowers. I was hoping I would see you again.
For me? Oh, how romantic. Oh, you are very sweet.
And then we'll talk to her some more. So, where do you live? I haven't seen you around town. Do you live in the castle?
I live in the castle north of town. It is a cold, dreary place, I'm afraid.
What is it like there? I've tried to get an audience with the current Borgov family or the boyars of this area, but Boris will not let me in to see them. Is it possible to get an audience with them? I might be able to help them somehow.
I must go now. I hope we can meet again soon. I enjoy your company.
Before you can think to follow her, the young peasant girl has disappeared into the forest. Your protection spell has worn off.
Wow, well, really enchanting. I love her voice. I think that's Jennifer Hale, is a voice actress. This, I believe, she also played... I think she played Femme Shepherd, or Femme Shep is what it's called, for the Mass Effect series. I think she was the voice actress there, I think. And they also think she did the voice in Vampire Bloodlines, the Malkavian girl who owned the club. And I don't want to ruin it if you haven't played that game series, but she was in that as well. She's been in quite a few games, though of course this was my first experience, first time having heard her. Well, the night is still young. We will stay outside. We've already defeated what I would probably think is the toughest to beat creature out here, a wizard. I think today we will work our way toward Irana's garden and clear anything that we might find on the way. Oh, we should be casting Aura.
You cast the Aura spell. A gentle glow suffuses your body.
We also learned the Frostbite spell from Katrina. It's 15 magic points to cast it, and we only start with 100. Now, Frostbite, unlike our other spells, Flame Dart, Force Bolt, and Lightning Ball, is an AoE spell. When it hits something, everything around it takes damage. This will be useful to know later on. I will be improving it, as I have been working on all my other spells. We'll just wait for bunnies, and then we'll just practice it. Oh yeah, see the plants down here? They aren't normally there. Alright, I think we're about to fight our first,
You cast the Reversal spell.
our first horrible wraith in the next screen.
You cast the Protection spell.
This also gives me a chance to see if we're going to just die outright from us losing life. I don't think it will happen with the Aura spell activated. Oh, yep, here it is.
You feel a chill go through you as you enter this part of the forest, as if a cold wind suddenly sprang up from nowhere.
Oh god, yep, we're losing life quickly, despite the fact we have an Aura spell activated. Charging. Oh god. Ow. I should be parrying. This is really loud, isn't it? Alright, well, I can't pause the game either, so we're stuck here. Ah, right in my face, darn it. That's really annoying. Let's just smash it to bits.
The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
I can't imagine that was enjoyable. I'm so sorry, everyone. Yeah, so I don't understand why, but we continually lose life while we're out here, but we won't lose it when we're in combat with the creature. The next time I fight a creature, I'm going to lower the speed all the way down and see if that makes it a little more, a little easier for me to actually do the fight.
You see a raised mound of stones. It gives you an eerie feeling. You can tell that this is a place of death.
What were the stones hiding or guarding?
The barrow contains treasure that the wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a jewel-studded tiara, 6 gold crowns, 40 kopecks, and a few old bones.
The tiara is not worth anything to us. Jewelry. This fine jewelry is undoubtedly very valuable. It occurs to me, I don't think I've tried to give this to anybody, so we'll try giving that maybe to Katrina and show her how awesome we are at killing things. Okay, well, with this wraith defeated, it will never come back again. We are victorious against that wraith. So let's just oh my goodness, I don't know how you're supposed to get close to the wraith with the speed up so high, but you totally are. I guess we could set the skill up, but then okay, one of the buttons on the combat screen allows you to have the AI take over. We could try that and see if the AI is any better at using us. Give it a shot at least. See what happens. Ooh, hello, ghost.
A ghostly figure floats near the center of this clearing.
Our aura's up, so we're fine.
Your aura has evaporated.
No, there's a ghost here. It's not doing anything to us, though.
You cast the aura spell. A gentle glow suffuses your body.
Oh, hello. Hello, miss. How are you?
Hello. Can you help me? I seem to be lost.
How do you want me to help?
You tell her you will help her.
Thank you. I'm just trying to find my way home. Can you show me the way to town?
Yes. It's this way to the north. But before we go, what's your name?
I'm... Everything is so strange. I lost my way home. Please, can you help me find my way?
Yes, I can. Where in town did you live?
I live in the town. I've lost my way. Can you show me where the town is?
Yes. What were you doing in the forest?
The forest? I'm lost in the forest. I can't find my way home.
So follow me up this way then, miss. Now, she's unable to actually follow you. Yep, she won't come up here, so let's go back down and see why.
There you are. What happened to you? I thought you were going to show me the way to town.
I was. Hello again.
Things are so strange. Did you go away? Why are you greeting me again?
Your reversal spell is wearing thin.
Miss, I have to ask again. What is your name?
What's wrong with me? What's happened to me? Everything is so strange. I don't understand.
Where did you live?
I live in town. Somewhere in town. I've got to get home.
What is it?
Your protection spell has worn off.
You do know you're a ghost, miss. You're a ghost?
Why are you saying that? Why are you trying to hurt me? I'm lost and... I don't understand what's going on.
What is it like being a ghost? Try to think about it. About what you are. Can you look at yourself?
Your reversal spell has worn off.
Please don't talk so. It's bad luck to speak of the dead.
The ghostly apparition vanishes.
They might hear you. I forgot how emotional I get with this. Oh man, that voice actress, I feel so bad for her.
You cast the reversal spell. You cast the protection spell.
Okay. We'll come back out here tomorrow. It looks like she can't leave this area. Ooh, look at that creepy tree that wasn't there before. That's awesome looking. Irana's garden is directly over here. So let's make our way there. I guess we will spend the night out here.
Grey rocks litter the ground everywhere. reminders of glaciers long since passed.
Yeah, what time is it? We could continue to explore. We're not that badly hurt, but I think we'll explore more tomorrow.
You cast the aura spell.
I should keep that aura spell up and going at all times.
A beautiful fountain with sparkling, crystal-clear water beckons to you. This area feels cooler than the rest of the forest. A delicately tinkling fountain dominates this clearing. The crystal-clear water looks refreshing and inviting after your journey through the forest.
I'm sure it does. I also don't trust it.
You are definitely feeling something magical in this glade, but you can't seem to pinpoint the source.
Is there anything... Can we trigger the fountain?
Your spell does nothing. It only works upon magically enchanted objects.
This wasn't here before, but it apparently isn't magical. Can we take some of the water?
You dip a flask into the crystal-clear water of the fountain, but you don't seem to be able to get any water. Either your flask has a leak, or the fountain is magical.
I think it would be foolish for us to drink this fountain, from this fountain. So we will simply leave it here. Do we have any others? Can we freeze the water? No, we cannot. It doesn't fade when it's light around either. Can we fetch any water?
You didn't manage to fetch anything. You didn't manage to fetch anything.
No, we cannot. I don't really have any spells then that seem to work on this. Can we glide on the water?
The glide spell only works on liquid. You can't cast it here.
Well, that can stay here then. Actually, we should work on our spells just a tiny bit before we go off to bed.
Your protection spell has worn off.
Okay, let's go ahead and get some sleep then. We should be safe in
Your reversal spell has worn off.
And what are our spells now that it's over? And how are we looking here? Okay, so what's our aura? 243, not bad. I want it at least at 300 before we end this game. Alright, so let's go ahead and sleep until morning.
You feel the sensation of floating freely in a swirling cloud of magic. You are warm and safe, surrounded by the sound of peaceful beauty. You feel as if you are suddenly totally alive. You can remember every happy moment of your past, taste every favorite sensation, hear all the colors of the universe. This is the true joy of living. Suddenly, you find yourself trapped by darkness. You cannot breathe. The darkness is tearing the warmth, life, and magic from your body. Pain! The agony of lungs without air, the burning cold of a body trapped in ice, the terror of helplessness as death approaches. You float, cold and lifeless. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Ugh, a horrible nightmare.
You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you.
Ugh. Alright, everyone. Well, that'll do it for us. Thank you guys for watching. It's No More Quest for Glory 4. I think today, well, now we know a little bit about what happens to us when we sleep at Around Peace, or at least we had one bad dream. We should probably talk to a few people about it. Maybe Bella can tell us more. Alright, we also survived our first evening out there. That wasn't so bad. We fought a Necrotar, Shinobi Wizard, and a Barrow Wraith, or White, while we were out there. And, oh my god, it's annoying. That sounds really annoying. Alright, but, one more time, let's quickly look at our character, just to sum up things. Here's our current stats. Not so bad. And our spells, what do we end up with here? 385, 400 Flame Dart, wonderful, and 385 Lightning Ball. Alright, everyone. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one, where I remember to hopefully tell you more about how a Wraith actually fights, because I've completely forgotten this one. Take care, everyone. Thanks again.